gonna make a video just talking about Legends Summerfest because I think this event might actually be bigger than most people are thinking. For the most part, I would say going into this, it seemed like it was gonna be a big thing. I mean, they named it Summerfest, and most things that are named Fest or Anniversary or whatever tends to be a higher echelon of better quality stuff, more stuff, kind of like Anniversary Festival stuff. You know what I'm saying? Everything that has to do that's better, right? And the one thing that's weird about this is that they're having a countdown for this. They have never ever done a countdown for anything else besides Anniversary and Legends Fest. So this is making me raise my eyebrow, making me think that this possibly could really be a mini Legend Fest, a mini Anniversary kind of, you know what I mean? So this is, I think, huge. And then and also, just to mention, they have basically confirmed it's a movie character because they have, I don't know if they posted it here. Okay, plus the movie featuring a new character will be available for free on YouTube and Watch Party also planned. So they even said movie. The movie featuring a new character will be available. So I don't necessarily think that there's going to be like two characters. I don't think it's going to be exactly like Festival or Anniversary, but I think it's going to be very close in terms of hype and level of, I guess, strength in terms of characters. Because if you notice, like, characters tend to be, from these big celebrations, much stronger than average characters would be. But I will say this too. It also seems like this might be a recurring event for every year. So the reason why I say that is because I don't know where it is. I don't know where they said that, but I know they said that somewhere. There was a wording. I think it was a Japanese post. It was a Japanese post, I think. But the wording in the Japanese post, it basically made it seem like this is going to be a recurring event, and I'm not opposed, I guess. But the only thing is, if this is going to be, because we don't exactly know how it's going to be, if this is going to be like a Legends Fest or Anniversary thing, I'm going to be a little upset because I have no crystals. But of course, like, you can't really prepare for something like this because this is just a brand new thing. And another thing I like to mention is that this is basically made the same way that they promote Legend Fest and Anniversaries. Like, the way this whole entire, I guess, image looks, right? Most images do not look like this when it's a Legend information. It's just black and white, and it's basically just, see this Legend information here, and remove the Summer Edition. That's basically what it looks like, just that. And maybe some other colors, of course. But this whole entire thing, this is what they do for Anniversaries and Legends Fest. So I'm thinking this is probably a mini version of Legends Fest, or a mini version of Anniversary, something like that lines. But if it's like an actual celebration like Anniversary and Festival, low-key, I think we're all cooked, man. I don't know how much CC you could have at this point. Like, it's a little bit scary there. But yeah, this looks like this could be potentially a very, very impactful Legend Summerfest. Looks like it's going to be very impactful, and way more impactful than I thought it was going to be. And then you also forgot I already mentioned, but the countdowns. They don't do countdowns for anything but Annie or Fest. They don't count on any campaign besides Annie or Fest. So that really raised my eyebrow instantly. That was the first thing I noticed. I'm like, why are they counting this down? And I kind of looked at everything else, the in-game news, and like, everything looks like Anniversary Festival level promotions. And then I heard this from Goresh, right? I do watch Goresh, of course. I give pointers out. Some of my info comes from Goresh, of course, but this is the only thing I got from Goresh. He said in his post that the V-Jump magazine has this in the magazine, and he says that the only time they show that in the magazine is for big celebration things like Festival, Anniversary. It's the only times they ever do it. So the fact that this is in here is making me think that's probably a reoccurring thing that's going to happen every year, and that this is a big event, like really big event, and we already know that there's some big updates and stuff like that. So get yourself buckled up for this. But in terms of the characters we could be seeing, I have this pulled up. What characters we need? I'm just gonna filter. I guess I could just put like movies, right? Hello? Why is it? Oh, give me 1 second. Alright, but I'm pretty sure it's basically confirmed it's a movie character, and I kid you not, people are saying it's a Z character, like Cooler, Lord Slug, and which we do need, right? Or anything Z related that we haven't really seen that's powerful opponents, or Fall Super Saiyan Goku. I doubt it because we just got a Goku. They tend to not drop two of the same character back to back. I mean, it is Goku, so I mean he has the most multiple characters, so like possible, but I think the odds of that happening are much lower than if it was a PO character, because we haven't got a PO character in a minute. I'm pretty sure the last PO character we got was Broly, so that just says a lot. But people are thinking of Z instantly. That this is not really just pinpointed towards Z. This is a movie, and it really could be any movie. The only reason why people are saying it's Z is because they're trying to go off of last year, because the last time they had a 72-hour movie, it was for Android 13, and Android 13 was a Z movie character. Him right here, he's a Z movie character. But that does not mean that. We very easily could get a freaking Beast Gohan, for all we know. We could get an Orange Piccolo. Well, I doubt that because we need a PO, like I said. But literally, we could get anything super. We could get freaking Broly movie again somehow. Doubt it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it really could be any movie. I actually really think a big possibility is this. This right here. Super Saiyan God Goku or God of Destruction Beerus. If I were to pick one, probably Beerus, because Beerus needs representation a little bit more. Not too much. He has a decent amount of representation, considering he doesn't fight too much. But we need an Ultra or Legend this guy, for sure. We have a Legend Limit. He's one of the first Legend Limits in the game. But we do need an Ultra or a Legend of this guy, I think. It would be very nice. And plus, we're getting the remake, so I think it would be nice to capitalize on it. The only thing I wouldn't like about that is that I would like them to have the newer animations that they're going to have in the new remade version on those characters. So I think it would be better if they came out for Legends Festival. But I would not be opposed. I think they're very possible. And you also have to remember Resurrection F. Resurrection F is very possible. Either the show, well, it's not a show, it's actually the movie. So another Golden Frieza, Legend Golden Frieza or something is very possible as well. But besides that, I still think it's very possible, or more likely, I should say, that it's a Z character. I think a Cooler, Metal Cooler, why I gonna go on there? Bojack, I guess Z Broly is much more likely, to be honest with you guys. I think that is much more likely. I'm trying to think of like who else here is a PO character. Turles, I guess. I doubt it. I don't think he's hype enough. But as much as my GOAT, I would love him. But I don't think he's hype enough. But yeah, pretty much just those few characters. Lord Slug. The only thing is with Lord Slug, we just got to co-op with him. So I doubt they'll actually drop a new version of him. So that kind of writes him off for me. Still possible, you know. It's still definitely not out of the realm of possibilities. But for the most part, we a lot of these characters we already have in a game. We just need like freaking Garlic Jr. I guess. We're not doing that. Please no. But most of these characters we already have in a game represented, kind of. But we need them represented in the higher rarity. That's what I want, right? That's what I really want. And then in terms of like a buff they could give the characters, Ultra Jinba is a good one as a plat. I doubt to do a plat because they haven't really done a plat in between Anniversary and Festival, I think, ever. So I'm a little not towards that, but it's still possible. They could buff Turles. I'll be very happy about that for a very specific reason. They could also buff, I guess, Metal Cooler. I don't know about him. I think he's just kind of like Evil Ken, just either insane or terrible. No in between. Janemba, I guess, not really though. They could buff. Imagine they buff Android 13. That'd be insane, bro. Just imagine having Android 13 and Frieza and 17 on the same team. Absolutely not. They could buff Triku. 100% they could buff Triku. They could buff these guys, but I think they're a little bit too high. But then again, like I said, seems like it's like more of like a big celebration. So maybe they're on the table. Icon and Gogeta, possibly. Red Beast, I guess. But pretty much that's all I can think of here, because the majority of the campaign seems like it's going to be movies related. But also, just keep in mind that looking at this first glance, it does look like cooler movie stuff. Like, just look at the background and stuff. But this also really could mean nothing, because they're just trying to promote summer, right? They're just promoting summer. So I kid you not, this literally could be a super movie campaign as well. There's no doubt in my mind that's possible. But if I were to pick a character, I would like Cooler, just like everybody's saying. Because I think Final Form Cooler needs to get some, or Cooler in general needs to get dirt off his name. He needs some better representation than he's gotten in the past year. But yeah, you guys, let me know what you guys think of this. What do you guys think are going to be coming for the Legends Summerfest? How big of a campaign do you guys actually think this is? I think it's going to be pretty big. We'll see. But I'll see you guys later, man. Peace out.